The AgeLab and the Hartford and our other partners are trying to create what I would argue is a very new field. And that new field is, if you will, aging business and innovation. Corporations, governments, institutions of any type are based upon yesterday's definition of the problem, opportunity, and technology. How do we design and develop new products, new services that are not just usable, but something that excites and delights the consumer?
You don't all of a sudden, when you turn 50, become a different person.
Most people define old as the equivalent of bad health. Well, what happens when you're 80 or 90 or 100 and you're healthy? The mistake that many businesses make is they put together every possible malady related to old age into one body and define that as growing older, and that is totally absurd.
I would suggest to you that the aging population today, and certainly the first wave of older boomers, are now the new lifestyle leaders of a lifestyle that even our younger folks, our kids and grandkids, haven't even begun to think about. This is going to be the first time where the lead adopter is not some 20-year-old kid that went to Best Buy going, "Dad, can I have that?" but rather, "Dad, you're going to have this perhaps."
And it is finding the intersection between what the population needs and what the business needs, so that it is never just like a charitable gesture, but it's a connected business purpose.
As we define the market, the customer does not necessarily have to be that older adult. You know, the typical health consumer in the United States is a 45 to 55-year-old female who's responsible for 80 cents and 90 cents on the dollar of all healthcare decisions.
It could be that the person actually paying for the service is one of the elder children.
We've got to hit the majority of the market with communications and then try to make the exceptions.
In the service business, where we're creating the product in front of the customer uniquely every time, what we've experienced is the requirement to really highly train the people who are interacting with the customer.
It sounds like the analog for many of the technologies that are coming out in our home, our car, and the like may be more like our cell phone. You don't quite buy your cell phone, you pay for a service and change it out. That many emerging business models now around home monitoring and telemedicine and disease management around the world are now starting to have the hardware comes in, but you pay the monthly fee, and the hardware leaves, new hardware is put in, and you get something else.
So I think with all of the technologies, if they are useful, people will use them, but too often we develop technologies and think that just because they're way cool, that should be the reason that people would buy them, and it just will never work that way.
A robot using some autonomous behaviors can actually be very motivating in getting people to do their physical therapy. You know, there's something sort of funny about the relationship that people have with anything that's even remotely autonomous.
I think it will be interesting to see, will people be more willing to accept technology if it's not something that we have to introduce when there's a problem,
Right.
But rather, is there something that you already use, that we all use, that's already been accepted, that can be transformed into a tool that will help you in your home or that will help you in your car. I think that once we get there, then we'll have gone over the edge. We won't have to say, how do we introduce it? How do we get people to accept it? It's just a matter of, can we keep up with the demand? I think that'll be the issue then.
So technology is enabling some of this very high-tech stuff to look deceptively simple, and that is enabling technology-enabled services to be delivered through that mechanism.
We are developing technologies and services, and indeed solutions, to monitor, manage, and motivate our behaviors 24/7. Thank you very much to the panelists. I really appreciate it.